Crystal, why weren't you at school today? Is it because we had that math test on division?
That's not why. I had lots of things to do today. Family stuff.
But your sister was at school today and your mom drives you to school every day. It's not like you could have missed the bus. You're so lucky.
My sister can go. She's special because she's so cute.
Why would that matter? What does that have to do with anything?
It matters. And Mike, you learned about this at school, didn't you? You're not supposed to pry into other people's family's business.
We learned that? Anyway, we've known each other since we were babies. We're not strangers or anything, so it's okay.
But I said it's not okay.
Anyway, you have to come to school tomorrow. Let's play dodgeball at recess.
No way! You throw the ball too hard.
Don't worry, I'll throw it softly for you. It's boring if you're not at school.
Mike, when we were in kindergarten, you said you were going to marry me, right?
Huh? I said something like that?
Oh, shut up, I hate you.
I'm kidding. I remember, we promised.
You really remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
So when we grow up, you'll marry me?
Yeah, of course.
Do you promise?
Yes. So that means you have to come to school tomorrow, okay? We have that science test, so don't skip school again.
I won't skip school.
Okay, see you tomorrow. Mom's packing chips in my lunch tomorrow.
You eat too much. Okay, see you tomorrow.
Hey, our teacher just told us. Why did your family move? You told me you were coming to school today. You lied to me. I don't believe this. It's not possible. My mom said your mom and dad got divorced. But why are you going to live with your mom? You love your dad. And why won't you message me back? Does this really mean we won't see each other again? You can come to my house to play anytime you want. I thought you promised we'd get married when we got older. I'll wait for you. I'll be waiting for you to come back.
Hello, Michael. Do you remember me? It's Kaylee.
Kaylee? Sorry, who is this?
Kaylee Cooper. Well, now my last name is Alvarez, but we went to the same elementary school, and we used to live really close to each other.
Wait, do you mean Kaylee as in your Crystal's older sister?
Yeah, that Kaylee.
Wow, it's been a long time, hasn't it? What's up? Why are you messaging me after all these years? And how did you get my number anyway?
To tell the truth, I moved back to this area not long ago. I just happened to see you around town, but I didn't get the chance to stop and talk to you. I started asking around to all my friends from back in the day until I found someone who had your number. You grew up to be really handsome, didn't you? I couldn't believe it when I saw you.
I don't know if I would say that.
You don't have to be modest with me. I'm only 2 years older than you, and we grew up together.
We grew up together?
Yeah, our houses were practically beside each other.
Yeah, but I don't ever remember talking to you very much. And anyway, by any chance, does that mean that Crystal also moved back to this area?
Crystal? Oh, Michael, you seem to remember her pretty well, don't you?
Of course I remember her. We used to play together almost every day.
Yeah, well, she also came back here. Our dad got a new job in this area, so we moved back here.
Huh? Your dad? I thought your parents split up when we were kids.
They did. Oh, not my dad, my stepdad. When my mom broke up with my dad, we started living with our new dad right away.
Huh. Then that means...
Yeah, to put it bluntly, my mom was cheating. But I don't care. My new dad is much better looking and much nicer. Basically, I'm lucky that mom left our old dad for him. My old dad never loved me like my new dad does. It was clear my old dad didn't love me as much as he loved my sister. Maybe if he'd loved me the most, I wouldn't have told him about my mom's affair.
Okay.
Oh, and calling you Michael is too long for me, and it sounds too formal for friends. Is it okay if I call you Mikey? If I call you Mikey, it sounds like we're really close friends.
Huh? I guess, but I'd prefer it if you call me Mike instead.
There you go, being polite again. You don't have to be so polite with me.
I'm talking normally, and I really don't know you very well anyway.
Oh, you're always so serious. That's another one of the great things about you. Hey, you want to go out for a drink with me sometime? I just came back to the area. I need you to show me around again and tell me what's changed. How about it? Oh, if you want, let me send you a picture of me. You haven't seen me in so long, you probably don't know what I look like now. Here, I'll send you a picture that was just taken this past Halloween.
No thanks.
Huh?
By the way, Crystal's the same age as me, so she's probably in her 3rd year of college now too, right? What college does she go to?
Oh, that girl doesn't go to college.
What?
I know, it's funny, isn't it? She's so stupid. She couldn't get into any college. She'll never be anything. She's living at home, working part-time jobs.
Part-time jobs?
Hey, I heard from a friend that you're studying to get into medical school. You're gonna have a great future, aren't you? Oh, that's so awesome, Mikey.
It's really not that great. More importantly, I'd like to get in touch with Crystal. Can you give me her number or a way to contact her?
What? I don't have her contact info.
What? You don't know your own sister's phone number or email address?
Oh, I'm not interested in talking to a useless person like her. Let's not talk about her now anyway. So, when can we meet up for drinks?
Oh, sorry, I don't drink, so I won't be able to meet you.
What?
Anyway, I'm off to my part-time job now. Maybe we can do something some other time.
Oh, that's too bad. Hey, when you're done work tonight, why don't you message me so we can talk more? I'll be waiting. Hi, Mike. Thanks for coming up and talking to me this afternoon. Sorry I couldn't talk much, though.
Crystal, thanks for messaging me. Don't worry about it. I know you were working at the time. I was totally surprised to see you. When I walked into the bookstore, I never expected to see you.
I started working there last month.
Is that right? I know when we were kids you loved books. It's been so long since you've been around here. How about we go get something to eat sometime? There's so many things I want to talk to you about. Do you want to know what happened after you moved away? Kyle and I tried ditching school, and one time during a field trip, I got Mr. Anderson's toupee to fly off.
What? You mean Principal Anderson? He wore a toupee?
You didn't know? Everyone assumed he did.
I didn't know. Oh, Mike, you were always getting into trouble. It was so fun. I really want to see everyone again.
Okay, how about I get everyone together? As soon as they hear you're back in town, they'll all join us for sure. When do you want to do it? We should do it as soon as possible.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Huh?
I can't go.
What? Why not?
There's a lot of things going on right now, and I can't really afford it. I'm not just working at the bookstore. I've got another job as a waitress at a bar as well. I can't afford to go out. I'm sorry.
Then it'll be my treat. It'll be like a celebration now that you're back in town. If you're nervous about getting everyone together, how about just the two of us? Even if it's just for a coffee and a donut. That way you won't have to feel bad that it's my treat, okay?
Thanks, but I can't. Even then, I'd feel bad. And after this, I probably won't be able to respond to your texts very often.
Huh?
I know, I just gave you my contact info, and now I'm saying I likely can't talk much. I'm sorry. But I was really happy that I got to see you again today, and it was fun texting you tonight, too. Thanks.
Wait, hold on. Why can't you text me anymore? Is me sending you messages somehow gonna cause problems for you?
Yeah, I have a boyfriend. So I'm really sorry. Bye.
Huh? Crystal, hold on. Hey.
Mikey, hey, how come you won't answer your phone? I've called you so many times.
I'm sorry, I was studying. Is something wrong?
I'm out drinking with my friends right now. I'm a little drunk. Can I spend the night at your place?
I live at my parents' house, so that's not possible.
Oh, come on, please. Let me come over. It's only one night. They'll never know. It'll be our little secret.
I can't.
Well then, can you come get me? I told my girlfriends that my handsome friend I've known since childhood would come get us. We're all waiting for you to get here, please.
Huh?
And if you take me back to my house, Crystal will probably be there. You wanted her contact info and you wanted to see her, didn't you? I don't really think you should be wasting your time with someone like her anyway, though.
What do you mean by that?
She's just so lame. She's never had a boyfriend and she has no social life and she's no fashion sense. Ugh, she's useless. No guy could possibly want her. I think if you saw her, you'd be disgusted with her too.
Huh? She doesn't have a boyfriend. Maybe she does, but you just don't know about him.
No way. She doesn't have one. It's not even possible. She works her stupid little jobs every day. I've never seen any sign of her having a boyfriend. I've never even seen her wear makeup. She's 21 and she's still like this. It's pathetic, isn't it? She needs to start acting like a woman.
I had no idea.
And you know what? She still has feelings for her old dad. I think she still loves him. She won't even speak to her new dad.
Huh?
Oh, how could her stepdad love a daughter like that? That's why if you check her photo albums, you won't even see her in there. Her stepdad loves taking pictures. It's rare if he doesn't take them. And there's none of her.
Kaylee, do you not get along with Crystal or something?
Well, if I'm being honest, I'd have to say I hate her. Even though she's my sister, she's hideous. And she doesn't try to make herself look good. Oh, I don't want anyone to know I'm related to that thing. If I had to guess, I think we weren't related at all. I don't consider her my sister either. Unlike me, she doesn't know how to get people to like her. Nobody likes her. That's why we make her take care of all our living expenses.
Your living expenses?
Oh, I see I've piqued your interest, huh?
You mean she's in charge of paying for everything?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, isn't it? My mom and I talked about it and thought it was a great idea, so we suggested it. We decided that in our household, one person has to pay the utilities as well as the food bills for 5 years.
What? But your stepfather is working, isn't he? He should be paying the bills, right? Was he not against this, making his stepdaughter pay for everything?
No, he thought it was a great idea. If another person is paying for everything for 5 years, you can save the money you make or just spend it all on yourself. Who would be against something as great as that?
Yeah, but wouldn't that be putting an enormous burden on the one paying the bills?
Well, it's definitely not something I'd want to do. But Crystal said herself that she'd do it. She said she wanted the reward for doing it.
Reward?
Yeah, if she takes care of all the expenses for 5 years, Mom said she'd tell her. Tell her where her real father is.
What?
Oh, I can't believe she's willing to do it just for that. She's stupid, isn't she? What do you think about that, Mikey? Are you interested in a girl who loves her father that much? It's crazy, isn't it?
I can't believe this.
I know, huh? That's why, even if the two of you met up.
What you're doing to her is insane.
Huh?
Don't contact me anymore.
What? Wait, hold on, Mikey. Why not?
Crystal, hey, don't go back to that house anymore.
What?
If you need a place to live, come live at my house. I know my parents would let you.
Wait, Mike, what are you talking about? Where is this coming from all of a sudden?
What's with this whole being in charge of living expenses thing? What are you doing something like that for? Why are you just keeping quiet and letting them do this to you?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not being forced to do anything like that.
You're lying. Your sister told me everything. That's why you're working day and night, isn't it?
Mike, please don't worry about it. It doesn't concern you.
I can't just ignore this. I thought I'd never see you again. And now that I finally did see you again, this is what's happening. You're too busy to hang out with anyone because your family is making you do this terrible thing. You were my best friend. We grew up together. I can't just stand by and let someone do this to you.
Why not? It has nothing to do with you.
It does.
It doesn't. You keep saying we're best friends. That was ages ago.
So many years have passed since then. The Crystal that you knew then isn't me. And you're sitting there with a mom and dad who love and support you. You have no idea how I feel. I don't have anyone I can call my family. You have no idea what that's like for me. My mom only loves my sister. I'm treated like a slave. Ever since my parents got divorced and my mom moved, I felt like I've been alone.
Crystal.
If I just do this for 2 more years, my mom will tell me where my dad lives and I can see him again. When I do that, I won't be alone anymore. My dad was the only one who ever loved me. So please, just leave me alone.
Listen, that promise, does it still stand? You know, the one about us getting married?
Huh?
I'll help you look for your father. I'll hire a detective if I need to. I'll do whatever it takes. Let's look for him and find him together. And if it turns out we can't find him, then I'll be happy to be your family. So please, don't go back to that house.
Mike.
And if you tell me you're still going back to your house, I'm gonna go down to that bookstore you work at and I'm gonna start living there. I'll rent out a corner of the store and I'll live in a cardboard box outside of it. That way I'll still be able to see you, even if you're busy at work. What do you think about that? You wouldn't want that, would you?
Mike, stop. Your words really moved me before. Don't make me laugh now. I just imagined you trying to do that. I really don't want you coming to where I work, so maybe I should take you up on your offer. Are you sure it won't cause problems at your house?
I know there'd be no problem with it. Start getting your things together right now and get out of that house right away. I just told my mom what's going on and why you need to stay with us. I'm gonna come over and pick you up near your house so nobody sees me coming into your driveway.
Mike, thanks.
No problem. Oh, hold on, my mom's calling me.
What?
Crystal, are you the only one at your house right now?
My sister's out drinking and my mom and stepdad don't seem to have come back yet. I think they're still on their mini vacation. Why? Is something up?
I need you to look around your house for something, okay? It's really important. It sounds like you'll need it so that you and your father can live together.
What? Hi, Mikey. Thanks for coming to pick me up last night. I didn't think you'd come. I was really surprised.
Oh, don't worry about it. It turns out I had some things I needed to do in that area anyway.
Yeah, that's what you say, but I know you were really just worried about me. Everyone mistook you for my boyfriend instead of just my friend, didn't they? What do you think about that? Could you really be my boyfriend? I mean, I wouldn't be against it. I'd love it if you were my boyfriend.
No, I really don't think that'd work. I think I'd rather die than do that.
Huh?
I've loved Crystal since we were kids.
Huh? Crystal? You mean my sister Crystal?
Is there another Crystal that we both know?
But that's not possible. What are you talking about? Why?
She's 1,000 times nicer and cuter than you. She's way more my type. I liked her when we were kids, and now after seeing her again after all these years, I've fallen in love all over again.
You've got to be kidding. Mikey, there's got to be something wrong with you. I think you need to reconsider. She's so depressing to be around. And I'm undoubtedly cuter.
I think you're getting her and your qualities mixed up there. She's undoubtedly cuter than you.
This is impossible. I know that can't be true. My mom only loves me. She wouldn't love someone who was ugly.
I don't think you're cute, and I certainly don't like your personality. You're making Crystal pay for your whole family's expenses while you guys just go off and do whatever you want. You make me sick. You keep saying that Crystal's useless, but you're not in school and you're not working. You're the useless one.
What? Whatever, I'm done with you. I never thought you were the type of person to talk to me like this. I don't care. I only wanted to be with you because you're going to be a doctor in the future. But just so you know, you'll be wasting your time if you tell Crystal how you feel about her. She's too busy paying for her family's finances to pay any attention to you. It looks like your first and only love will never be yours. Too bad.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to tell you. Crystal and her father were reunited, and Crystal and I are seeing each other now. We're probably going to get married.
What?
That means that she won't be paying any of your bills anymore. Tell your family that you guys are gonna have to pay your own bills with your own money from now on.
Wait, hold on. What? They were able to meet again? What, how is that? What do you mean?
And I see it wasn't just Crystal you guys were relying on for money, was it? You were relying on your real father too, huh? The child support and the money for college he promised to pay? Your mom said she'd allow him to see his kids again if he paid for their college, huh? I can't believe you and your mom would bribe a loving dad into paying them so he could see his daughter again. How much do you have to play with someone's emotions before you're satisfied? You make me sick.
I don't care about any of that. I'm asking you, how did Crystal find out where our dad lived?
It turns out my mom had his contact information this whole time, so she told Crystal where he was. My mom hasn't talked to him much since he moved away, and we had no idea what was going on with him and your family. Good thing you guys moved back to the area and we ran into each other. I guess your dad told my mom that if she ever saw Crystal again to please give her his contact info. I was a kid at the time, so my mom never mentioned anything about that to me. After I told my mom what was going on, she remembered that your dad was trying to get in touch with Crystal. She called him and told him what was really going on with her, and he immediately drove all the way to her house.
What? I can't believe this. This means that Crystal is going to stop paying all of our bills.
Well, obviously. It's not just Crystal that won't be giving you guys money anymore. Her father is stopping too.
What the heck are you doing to us? I have no idea what's going on here. How dare you butt in on our family's business? This has nothing to do with you. I'll never forgive you for this. I'm telling my mom. I was living the perfect life and you just ruined it.
Yeah, I probably did, didn't I? And I think your mom and stepdad are about to get sued for a lot of compensation money.
Compensation money?
Yeah, and the real reason your parents got divorced was because your mom was cheating, right? Although your mom told him the whole time that she just didn't want to be with him anymore. That's what you told me, isn't it? That your mom was cheating?
That's hilarious. He can't sue over that. That happened years ago.
Yes, he can, because he has proof of it now.
What's that? That's just a picture of my mom and stepdad kissing. That doesn't prove anything. And why would you have that anyway?
Look at the date and timestamp on the photo.
The timestamp? Oh.
That was taken before the divorce, wasn't it? You said your stepdad loves taking pictures of everything, so I assumed he'd have some pictures like this. We have pictures that are much more incriminating than that, if you know what I mean. Last night, when I said I'd take you home and I stayed out with you talking to you and your friends, I was just buying time so Crystal could look around the house for the proof we needed.
Oh my God.
When Crystal's dad saw how mentally and physically drained she was, he was pissed. He's already hired a lawyer and he plans to get back all the money he's given to your mom because it's clear none of it was used on Crystal, especially the college tuition he was paying for her, seeing as she's not even enrolled in college.
Stop it! Answer your phone. Let me talk to my dad.
Huh? What for?
What do you mean, what for? If he does that, we'll be broke and out on the street. I love how we're living right now. I don't want to be broke.
You know the saying, you made your bed? Up till now, you've been relying on just one person for everything. So, there's no reason why you can't survive without Crystal.
I just told my mom and she said she's calling over there to our dad right now. But she said he's not answering.
I wouldn't answer the call either. He said he doesn't want to hear her voice.
Mikey, please. Tell our dad not to sue us for compensation money. If he doesn't sue us, I promise I'll go visit him once a week.
I told him.
Really? What did he say?
He said just like your mom's ugly face, he doesn't want to see yours either.
What? Why not? I'm his child.
Huh? Because you said it yourself. It was clear your dad didn't love you as much as your sister. Who should he choose? The daughter that wanted to live with the man her mom cheated on him with? Or the daughter that worked day and night for years in hopes of being able to see him again? I wonder why he doesn't love you two equally, huh? So from now on, you guys do your best over there. Crystal won't be helping you out anymore. And don't ever come near Crystal again.
Wait, we'll apologize to her, please. Just forgive us. I apologize to Crystal, I swear.
You've got your stepdad, right? So you guys should be fine. He's really nice and he's reliable, isn't he?
No! Ugh, honestly, the only reason he's been nice to us is because we had money. At first, it was because Mom was getting half in the divorce, and then the child support and college tuition money, and Crystal was supplying the rest. If we don't have money coming in anymore, he's not going to stick around. He was only really nice because Crystal was paying the bills, so he had lots of money to play around with.
Well, you were the one who chose to live with him in the first place, right? You used Crystal so you three could blow money on yourselves and do whatever you wanted. Now it's your turn to pay the bills. That's karma.
I can't believe this! I'm the victim in all of this.
I think it's a bit late to be saying you're the victim, don't you? If you'd cared even a little bit about Crystal, you wouldn't be in this situation now, would you? I can see how you might not have understood that when you were a kid, but you're supposed to be an adult now. If you become accustomed to this unrealistic fantasy life you're living, you have nobody to blame for it but yourself. And if you don't like the situation your parents are in now, why don't you just leave and start living on your own?
I can't support myself. You have to help me too. I don't want to be left here by myself.
If you want someone to help you, you'll have to find that person yourself. It should be easy for you, right? After all, you're so much cuter than Crystal, right? If that's the case, you should be able to find a good man quite easily. That is, if you're really as cute as you think you are. After that, Crystal's dad was able to sue his ex-wife for cheating on him all those years ago. He had the pictures as well as Crystal's testimony to prove it. Also, I had Kaylee's text messages where she'd stated her mother was cheating back then as well. Even though the incident took place many years ago, Crystal's dad won the court case. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get back all the money that he'd paid to his ex in child support, but he still got quite a nice sum, and almost all of the college tuition he paid, as the judge deemed that his ex simply swindled him out of that. This lawsuit put Kaylee's family into massive debt, and Kaylee was forced by her mom and stepdad to try to find a job in order to help pay off their debt. Of course, Kaylee had never worked a day in her life before, so finding a job right away was next to impossible. So now she's sitting at home being treated like an animal by her mom and stepdad until she can find a job to help them out. Apparently, because of the money issues, Kaylee's mom and new husband are constantly fighting with each other. It was clear that Crystal was the only thing holding that family together, and now that she's gone, it's just a matter of time before the family collapses in on itself. Crystal, on the other hand, finally got what she always wanted. She's living with her father now. She's gone back to school and is studying hard to become a librarian. When I saw Crystal again after all those years, she seemed to have lost all will to live. But now she's smiling all the time and she's so full of life again. I think she's truly happy now. And by the way, as for me and Crystal,
I arrived at the meeting spot.
I'm sorry, I'm running a little late. The chain slipped off my bike.
You mean I have to wait for you? It's hot out here.
Don't complain. If I would have come by car, I'd have been there right away. But you told me to come by bike. And why do you want me to dress up in my old football jersey? If anyone I know sees me in this, I'll never live it down.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have felt like high school if you showed up in your car. You didn't have a car back then, did you? It's important that you play the part as close as possible.
But why? Weren't you always saying before it has nothing to do with you?
I said I'm sorry. I thought I'd just be causing problems for you. That's why I never said anything.
You know, I've waited this whole time for the day when I could make you my wife.
Really?
Well, that was probably because I was never able to get a girlfriend.
Oh, shut up. I hate you.
I was just kidding. Oh, I was able to fix my bike. I'm on my way. Wait for me. There's some shade over there, isn't there?
Yeah, I'll be waiting in the shade. Hey, Mike?
Yeah?
Thanks for keeping your promise. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button. See you next time.
Hey, what the heck were you thinking with this lunch? This is the worst you've ever made for me. It was just a big pile of brown. It didn't even look appetizing. And there was no taste to it. I took one bite and threw the whole thing out.
You threw out your lunch again? It tasted good. I tried it before I packed it for you. And I didn't put any food in it that you don't like. And I've made this before and you told me you liked it.
And when exactly did I tell you that? Must have been long ago.
Well, yeah, but...
Clara, come on. Don't go by things that I told you before we got married. Obviously, I was just trying to flatter you. My entire lunch break was wasted because of this crappy food. I had to go out and buy something at the convenience store.
Sorry.
It's been 6 months since we got married, and you haven't gotten any better at cooking, have you? Come on, help me out a little bit.
I'm trying my best.
I don't care how much you're trying. I only care about the results. At least give me some results that I can see. You trying to kill me by making me eat this garbage every day?
If it's that bad, why don't you just buy your lunch every day? You're just wasting our food by throwing it out, and then you go out and buy lunch anyway.
There are no good places to eat around here, and I hate convenience store food. I've told you that, don't you remember?
Yeah, but you're just eating it now anyway.
Yeah, but I didn't want to buy it again today. I only did it because I had no other choice. Why can't you understand that?
But no matter what I make for you, you just throw it out. If you don't want to eat at a convenience store, can't you get delivery or takeout from somewhere? You know I'm working. I don't have a lot of time to cook a whole meal for your lunch. Or better yet, why don't you just make your own lunch? That way you know you'll get something you like.
All the employees in my department eat lunches their wives made for them. But you want me to order takeout. How do you think that would make you look? Do you want everyone to know you're that kind of wife? And you're just a temp worker through a placement agency. What you contribute to the household is nothing compared to me. The least you could do is the cooking and cleaning.
I'm only working for a temp agency because you wanted me to. I wanted to keep working the same job I had before we got married. You were the one that told me to quit that job and leave all the family finances up to you. So don't hold that against me. I think I'm doing as much as I can.
Once you figure out how to make a decent meal, you could say that to me. But until then...
Hey, is the food I make really that bad? You're acting like it's not even edible. Is it so bad you have to throw it out?
Do you think I have any reason to lie to you? I have to throw it out because it tastes like crap. If I tried to stuff that crap down my throat, it'd just end up coming right back out.
I brought the exact same thing I made for you today to my job. I had the other people here try it and tell me what they thought. Everyone loved it and wanted more. There weren't any leftovers.
Come on. They're obviously lying, don't you think? Nobody's gonna come out and tell you that it tastes bad.
But one of my really good friends tried it too. She loved it. She wouldn't lie to me.
What's wrong with you? You're gonna trust your coworkers over me?
That's not what I'm trying to say.
Besides, even if someone else likes it, that doesn't mean it doesn't taste like crap to me. You're my wife, so you're supposed to make food the way that I like it.
Like I said, I'm doing my best.
And your best isn't good enough now, is it? Your mother's really good at cooking. I don't know how you could have turned out like this. You should be thanking your mother. Your mom's such a good cook. I married you because I assumed you'd be just as good as her.
Huh? What does my mom's cooking have to do with our marriage? That doesn't make any sense.
You're her daughter, so I thought you'd have some potential. I figured if your mom was that good at cooking, you'd be able to learn from her and get better.
Okay, I get it. On my next day off, I'll go back to my parents' place and have my mom teach me how to cook.
Oh, that's a good idea. If that doesn't end up helping, I'll have to post about you on the forums.
The forums?
Yeah, there's lots of wives just like you who are lousy at cooking. A lot of guys get together to talk about it.
I didn't know that. Well, I don't want you posting about me on the internet.
Well, that'll be up to you. You better start showing me what you're actually capable of. And start thinking about all the food you're wasting every day.
I understand.
So, don't you have something to say to me about today's lunch?
I'm sorry? Next time I'll make sure there's more color in it, and I'll make sure it's to your liking.
That's good. That's all I wanted to hear. I'll be looking forward to tonight's dinner. Make sure you make something I don't have to throw out.
Mom, can I talk to you for a minute?
Oh, hi, Clara. What is it?
Is it okay if I spend the coming weekend at your place?
Yeah, I guess. What's wrong? Did something happen between you and Ron? Did you guys have a fight?
No, we're not fighting. I just want you to teach me how to cook.
How to cook? Are you saying he's telling you your food isn't good again?
This whole time. He hasn't stopped doing it since the last time I told you about it. But worse than that, lately he's been throwing out the food that I cook for him.
What? He throws it out? The food that you make?
Yeah, he says it's not edible.
You've got to be kidding. Ron will eat anything. I don't put any effort into anything I cook when he comes over, and he stuffs his face.
He says your cooking is really good. That's why he wants me to learn from you.
From my lousy cooking? I mean, I don't serve anything that tastes bad. But I also don't make anything that tastes great. There's gotta be something wrong with his taste buds, don't you think? Your cooking is a lot better than mine.
But he says my cooking is bad and he prefers yours. He says if he forces himself to eat what I make, he'll just throw it up later.
I can't believe that. You've taken cooking classes at a real cooking school. You like cooking a lot more than I do. And you put a lot more effort into the meals you make. If he's throwing out food that you've made, he must be out of his mind.
Mom, I don't think I can do this anymore. Every day he throws out my meals and then gets angry at me and makes me apologize to him. Nothing I do is good enough for him. I can't keep living like this. I just can't.
Clara, I know how hard you'll work to get something right. And I know you put that same effort into your cooking. If he's telling you that your cooking is bad, there's something wrong with his taste buds. Everyone I know says your cooking is amazing. And they tell me when you're not around, so I know they aren't lying. If it wasn't true, they wouldn't bring it up in the first place. If Ron is making you feel this bad when you're at home with him, why don't you move back in with us?
But to move back in with my parents over this? Is that okay?
Of course it is.
But I mean, he's not hitting me or anything like that. And I'm sure he's not cheating on me. This is all happening because I can't cook well. This is all my fault.
The reason isn't important. If you're not happy living with him, you're not happy. You don't have to put up with it. And besides, you just got married. He should realize he shouldn't be putting someone he loves through all of this. Sometimes patience is a virtue. But other times, there are things you shouldn't have to put up with.
Thanks, Mom. Honestly, I've been seriously thinking about getting a divorce recently. But I was thinking maybe it's just because I don't have the patience to put up with it. Why can't he realize how this makes me feel? It's been so bad. I knew something just had to change.
I had no idea he had driven you this far. I'm really sorry I didn't notice. I should have taken it a little more seriously when you told me about it the first time.
No, it's okay. I only told you what he did. I didn't tell you how it was making me feel. I didn't want you to worry about me, so I played it off as no big deal. But thanks. Now that I know I can move back in with you, it makes everything much easier for me.
Yeah, but I just can't believe this. I mean, I believe what you told me. I didn't mean it the other way. I just don't know why he says your cooking is so bad. We all know it's great. I know everyone's tastes are different, but to say that yours is so bad, it has to be thrown out.
I'm starting to wonder if he just likes to see my reaction when he does it.
Your reaction? When he throws out your food?
Recently, when he throws out my cooking, he makes sure he does it when I'm looking. And he's always looking at me, too, with a big smile on his face while he does it. When I have a shocked look on my face or when he makes me apologize, he seems to have a delighted look in his eyes, and his anger instantly goes away.
What is going on with him? Has Ron started to go mad? Oh, just listening to this is making me disgusted with him.
I don't know what's going on with him. I have no idea what he's thinking.
I wonder if he really thinks your cooking is bad. If he's just doing this to get a reaction from you, and he somehow gets off on that, there's gotta be something wrong with him. Hey, how about next time I go over there and make dinner?
That's fine, but if you make it for him, he'll just say that he loves it. He acts completely different when other people are around.
That's not what I meant. I've got an idea. Just leave it up to me.
Hey, hurry up and get back here. Don't act like this is the first time I've thrown out your food. You should be used to it by now. Why'd you run out of the house? It's got into you.
I couldn't bear to listen to you any longer. Every single day you throw out the meals that I cook for you. You verbally abuse me, and you smile and laugh like you enjoy my reaction. I'll go crazy if I stay with you while you do that.
What are you talking about? You're the one who made that awful dinner. You're the problem here, not me. What the heck were you thinking with those chicken wings? Why would you bake them? Chicken wings should be deep fried. They should be crispy.
You can bake chicken wings in the oven. They were crispy on the outside. Those are the exact chicken wings you ate at my mom's house, and you said you loved them. You didn't just eat a couple. You asked for one off my dad's plate. So when my mom makes them, they're good, but when I make them, they're disgusting?
Your mom's been cooking a lot longer than you, so don't even try to compare yourself to her. She has so much more experience. I didn't want you to just learn how to put them in the oven. I wanted you to learn how to make them taste good.
Those chicken wings were made to taste exactly the same as my mom's.
Huh? Your mom's are so much better than yours. Did you honestly try to make the recipe you learned from her? There's no way. What was with that coating on the wings? I almost threw up when I took the first bite. I'm tired when I come home from work, and this is what you give me to eat?
Just like I thought. You're doing this just to spite me.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
It's never been about the taste. You've been doing all of this just to make me upset. I know this, because I didn't make that dinner tonight.
It wasn't you? Then who made this dinner tonight?
My mom. Did you not know she was there?
Huh? Your mom?
You kept saying my cooking was terrible, so I got my mom to help me. She cooked the dinner, and then went upstairs before you came in the door. She said she was going to take a bubble bath and have a shower. She figured that would give us enough time to eat dinner, and she'd come down after we were finished. Of course, you only took one bite of dinner before throwing it out.
What? Why didn't you tell me? She really upstairs?
Go up and check yourself.
I'm not going up there if she's taking a bath. Oh, I hear the shower running now.
I'm leaving you. You've been lying to me, making fun of me, and looking down on me. I can't live with anyone who would do that.
Hey, hold on. What's going on here? What am I supposed to do when your mother gets out of the shower and you're not here? Why would you leave me here with her?
I didn't plan on you throwing out my mom's cooking and proving that you've been lying to me this whole time. But I told my mom that if you threw out the dinner again tonight, that I'd be leaving you. I don't really have anything else to say to you. I'll leave everything else up to my mom. You can hear it from her.
I think you went a little too far here. We're supposed to be husband and wife.
That's what I thought, but it was you who pushed me this far. Making me upset and making me cry made you happy. You're not the man I married.
Clara, have you still not come home yet? Come on. Don't you think it's about time you reply to me? I was only being strict with you for your own good. Your mom has been being way too nice to you. Look, if you come back now, I'll forgive you.
You're still talking like that? What are you talking about? You'll forgive her. How dare you say that?
Oh, Clara, I'm so happy you replied. It's been 2 weeks. It's about time you finally cooled off. Do you know how selfish you're being by running off and leaving me for this long?
Ron, this isn't Clara. It's her mom.
Huh? But I messaged Clara's number.
Clara is here with me, and I haven't let her see her cell phone for a few days now. She's too stressed out to deal with it. She's in therapy over what you put her through. When it's time to cook, her hands start shaking. And anytime you message her, she starts crying. After I took her phone away, she's finally gotten to calm down. You need to leave my daughter alone.
Mrs. Mitchell, you've got it all wrong. I was doing all of this for Clara's own good.
For Clara's own good? But you couldn't even tell the difference between her cooking and mine.
I really didn't want to have to bring that up, but your cooking is pretty crappy too.
Oh, is that so? I guess it was about time someone came out and told me that. But I'm really not surprised. I hate cooking, and I don't put any effort into it. But yet, when you come to our house for dinner, you stuff your face like you enjoy it. You have extra helpings of everything. Seeing as most of the stuff I buy is from the frozen food section, I find it really interesting that you eat so much of it.
You're mixing up stuff in my face with choking it down. I was just eating it to be nice.
If you can put up with my cooking just to be nice, you can darn well put up with my daughter's. I don't care if you want to make fun of frozen foods, but just remember that a large number of people buy them and like them. Lots of regular people eat them because they taste good. If you don't like what the majority of people eat, maybe there's something wrong with your taste buds. What have you been eating your whole life?
What do you mean, what? My mother's a good cook. She makes everything from scratch. She's obviously better around the house than either of you.
You know what? I tried giving your mom a call to see what she had to say about all this. Seeing as I know my daughter is a good cook, yet you throw out all the food she makes. I asked your mom to give us some recipes she used to make for you.
Huh? You called my mom?
Yeah, and your mother was so surprised when I told her what was happening. She said she wasn't using any special seasoning or anything special at all. She also said she never made anything from scratch. Most of the food she served you was from the frozen section of the grocery store, too. She told me when you were living with her that you always complained about how bad her cooking was, too. Huh. She was so embarrassed about how you were acting towards your wife. She started crying on the phone and apologizing over and over again to us.
Yeah, well, she's got something wrong with her head, too. Do me a favor, don't call her again without my permission.
The only one who has anything wrong with their head is you. You've done nothing but constantly lie to all of us. What are you trying to gain from all this? Do you get off on making fun of every single person who cooks for you? Nobody can stand the way you're acting.
Oh, shut your mouth. I can do or say whatever I want to my own wife and family members. So just keep your nose out of me and my wife's business.
Okay. I've heard about people like you. Ones who treat all women around them like dirt. I was thinking if you had a good reason for all of this, we'd give you a chance to talk it over. But it looks like that'd just be a waste of time, huh?
So that's why you're keeping Clara away from me. You're disgusting. Your daughter's a grown woman. Let her fight her own battles. If I end up divorcing her, just know it'll all be because of you.
Please, be my guest. Hate me as much as you want. That'll just make things easier on my daughter, so I'm fine with it.
Quit trying to act tough, you old hag, and stop fighting your daughter's battles for her. She's a grown woman.
I don't care how old my daughter is. She's always gonna be my little girl. My daughter has a huge amount of patience. She put up with you this long before telling me about it. She tried everything she could to fix her relationship with you and to make you happy. But nothing was good enough for you, and that's why we're where we are now. When nothing you try works, the only logical thing to do is to ask for help, and that's what she did.
I think it was only because you were so nice to Clara her whole life. That's why she's such a weak-minded person, don't you? I see what's going on now. The main cause of all this is you.
That girl has always been able to do anything by herself. I've never had to step in with anything in her life. But she's never had to deal with anything like you before. She was crying, begging me for help. I don't care what you say. I'm going to protect her from you, no matter what it takes. She's leaving you.
Do you think she could divorce me just because I threw out her cooking?
Oh, I'm sure there are many people who have gotten divorced over much smaller things. Emotional abuse is still abuse.
Huh?
I know every terrible thing you've said to her. Clara is diligent and thorough. She's written down every terrible thing you've said to her in her diary. She's even recorded all the recipes she's tried that you've thrown out, along with the date and time. And like I said, she's seeing a therapist now because of you. You better hope she doesn't sue you for mental anguish after she divorces you.
You've got to be kidding me. She can't just divorce me. I can't believe you're trying to get her to do it. Maybe I should try suing you.
Just stop. Ron, just stop, okay?
Huh?
It's me, Clara. My mom tried to stop me, but I have something I need to say to you, so I convinced her to give me my phone back.
Clara, is this really you?
Yes. Ron, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I can't be the wife that you wanted me to be.
What are you talking about? Other than your cooking, I'd rate you fairly high. Don't you think it's time to start trying harder?
See, that's what I'm talking about. Why are you always trying to rate everything I do? Why are you acting like our marriage is a test I need to pass? A test to see if I'm fit to be your wife. This is impossible. I'm done with it. I can't believe it took me this long to realize what you're doing is crazy.
You're being brainwashed by your mother. Everything's fine. I'll be nice and let us start over from the beginning.
The only one doing any brainwashing is you. Making me think that I'm a worthless woman? That's what you've been doing this whole time. But you're wrong. There are plenty of people who think I'm fine just the way I am. That's why there's no reason for me to be with you anymore.
You're wrong, Clara. I need you. There's never been a problem before now, has there?
The only reason there wasn't a problem before is because I was biting my tongue and putting up with your crap. The moment we got married, you completely changed. I was so surprised. I thought marrying you would make me so happy, but it turned out to be the exact opposite.
Clara, I've had enough of this. Leave your parents' house and come back to me. They're brainwashing you. Just stop thinking about everything and get back here.
No. Now that I'm thinking about this, I'm finally able to accept what's really going on. I'm not going back to that house. I want a divorce.
But why? Why can't you understand what I'm saying to you?
Well, what about you? What have you understood about what I've been saying to you?
You know you can't live without me, can you? That's why we need to be together.
Obviously, you haven't understood anything I've said. I don't have any good memories of living with you. The way things are now makes me much happier. I mean, being away from you.
Okay, I get it. From now on, I won't throw out your food. That's all you want, right? I won't make you unhappy anymore.
It's too late for that.
Then what do you want me to do? Come on, tell me.
I think you need to change that warped personality of yours. But I doubt that's even possible. I don't think anyone could be happy with you.
Everyone at work likes me and knows they can rely on me. I'm highly rated. So what are you talking about with this warped personality?
If you can't even see what I'm talking about, there must be something seriously wrong with you. I think you should be the one going to therapy.
Fine, I get it. I'll do exactly what you want me to do. So just come back and be with me. Let's improve ourselves together, okay?
Why should I? What do you mean, improve myself? You can at least answer me that, can't you?
But we're married. We're husband and wife, aren't we? We're supposed to support each other.
And have you ever supported me?
Well, I've given you advice, haven't I?
That wasn't advice. That was verbal abuse. I'm sorry to say, but you'll have to improve yourself alone. Just like I've had to do this whole time. After that, my husband begged me not to divorce him and made it difficult for me to do so. But I told him I'd file a lawsuit against him for mental anguish if he didn't divorce me. After he realized I was serious about that, he gave in and divorced me. I guess he was too proud to admit that he was wrong and didn't want anyone to know that his marriage didn't work out. It would have been hard to prove my mental anguish case in court, so I'm just glad I was able to get the divorce relatively easily and didn't need to proceed with the lawsuit. Still, because he was scared of the possible lawsuit, he gave me more than my fair share out of the divorce. We were married less than a year, so there really wasn't a whole lot for me to get from him, but just the fact that I'm no longer with him anymore makes me more than happy. And by the way, the real reason for our divorce got leaked out, and it spread around Ron's whole company quite quickly. Just by chance, one of the people my mom knows also works at Ron's office. She happened to let it slip out about what really caused the divorce, and she called my mom to apologize for accidentally letting it slip out at work. But it actually worked out in my favor, because now all the women at Ron's office know and despise him for how he treated his wife. Now that everyone at his office knows his true nature and hates him, it must be pretty hard to go in and face them every day. But I think it serves him right, don't you? On the flip side, word of my divorce also reached my old company. And since they hadn't found a suitable replacement for me yet, they offered me my old job back. I wasn't very lucky with men in the past, but I've been lucky to be surrounded with lots of other people who truly care about me. They've helped me through this, and being around all these great people has given me the strength I needed to get over this hurdle in my life. I know it must have been hard for my parents when I went back to live with them for a while. I'll have to make it up to them sometime for all the great things they've done for me. But I'm extremely happy now, being surrounded by all these people who care so much about me. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please press the like button. See you next time!